An ex-friend is not an enemy. It's just, I need to film that video tomorrow. That toxic job, like the fact that it's paying your bill don't mean you should stay at it. Brother, just pack your kayak and leave. I just want to take out everything on that list. And hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chidera and I am back with another video. So on today's video, basically, before I start anyways, hope everybody's doing alright. Hope we are fine. Hope the week has been treating us nice, you know, because life is, we'll get into that. But anyways, hope you've been good, hope you've been fine. And yes, so basically today's video, I wanted to talk to us or share with us 3 habits I really feel every human being who is walking the face of this earth should cultivate. And yes, if you really want to see me talk about that, or if you, oh, why did the sun go down? But anyways, if you want to see that, then sit back and enjoy the rest of this video. So first things first, the first habit I really wanted to talk about today would be planning your day the night before. It sounds stupid, it sounds like, what is she talking about? But I promise you, like, planning your day the night before really helps you become more productive. And not just planning it, like just planning it out in your head and just saying, oh, I'll do this and do this tomorrow, but intentionally writing it down. Because like me, in my life, I journal, yeah. So most of the times I journal like at night when the whole day is over, you know, like just write down everything that happened that day, you know, like the little wins, the losses, what I plan on bettering in my life or whatever. And then I would write out like what I want to do like the next day. The trick about that is when you write what you want to do for the next day, it just, I don't know, it's more like, it's not a competition for you to actually tick out everything you wrote on that list. I don't know if there's anybody like me, maybe somebody who really doesn't like seeing how they are losing. Because when I journal, like I read through my journal sometimes when I'm like less busy and all, and the last thing I want to see is most of those things on my list not checked. So when I write those things down, it's now like a must that I have to make it happen. It's not like a must, I have to actualize it. Like just write it, I'll hit the gym tomorrow, or I'll cook tomorrow. Like little things. It doesn't have to be like so much. It could be, I need to film that video tomorrow, I need to put out that content tomorrow, I need to go for that job interview tomorrow, I need to call this person tomorrow. It just, like, it helps you want to do it. Like you're just, right now you just have to do it because you've written it down and you don't want to like look back at your journal and like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Like you're going through everything you planned out and you're not doing it. Like me, I just want to take out everything on that list and it just helps me get things done, even things I don't really think I could have gotten done that day. Like sometimes when I even write it, I just write things that I don't like have any clue of how it's going to happen, and just because I've written it down, the next day I just see it getting done. I don't know, but it just happens to me, and I really feel it's something that if you really apply to your life, definitely it will work for you. So that is point number 1. Point number 2 is, and this is actually really important, really, it's really something you should apply into your life, and that would be learning or recognizing the end of every season. Learning or recognizing the end of every season, knowing when this thing has come to an end, knowing when that friendship, that relationship, that job, staying at that apartment, staying at the house has come to an end. Like just knowing the end of each season and knowing how to transit to the next one. Because here we are always praying, oh God, what's the next thing, what's the next thing? And God is saying, I'm done with that season. Now it's time for you to like elevate. Now it's time for you to move on. Now it's time for you to get away from those toxic environment, those toxic friendships, those toxic relationship, that toxic job. Like, the fact that it's paying your bill don't mean you should stay at it. Yeah. So that is really it. Like, just learning to know when to live. And when you're going through stuff, or maybe when you're in like a challenging situation, ask yourself, is this stress worth it? Like, when you look at the stress you're going through, or the mental stress, like how much it's draining you, ask yourself, is all of this thing what it is? If at the end of the day I don't really get this thing I'm looking for, or it don't really work out, am I going to be calm in a way and know, okay, it's just an L and I would get on with it? Or will you feel shattered? Will you feel like your whole world is coming to an end? And if you really feel your reaction would be the later, then better just pack your kaya and leave, because it's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth that mental struggle you're going through just to show that you care about someone, or just to show that you can be useful at the job where you're not being appreciated, or just so you can save money by living in that house that is toxic. It's not worth it. So learning to recognize when a season has come to an end, and then moving from it. There's this stuff this pastor said, and he was like, you, like, the Lord is your shepherd, like he leads you into green pastures, but also recognize when he's trying to lead you out of pastures that were once green but are now turning brown. Yeah, that relationship was healthy in the beginning. Yeah, he was the sweetest thing you've ever known, or she was the nicest person in the world. They were your ride or die, your friends, your buddies, and all of that when it all started. But right now, it's not serving what it's supposed to serve. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. So it is for you to recognize that this is the end. It has served the season it was supposed to serve, and right now it's for me to move on to the next thing, and then moving out of whatever situationship you have going on right there. And the next point I want to talk about is kind of related to this. Recognize when it's time to leave, or recognize the end of a season, but also learn to properly end the season. Learn to communicate. In our world, we're just so used to, oh, I blocked him, or I blocked her, I ghosted them, I did this, I shut them out. It's just our generation is like, if you're not petty, you're not doing something right. But that is the problem. When you discover the end of a season, learn to properly communicate. They don't have to be a bad blood between your ex-friend or your ex-partner or your manager's, your ex-job or whatever. It can still be a peaceful coexistence, but just letting them know that, yes, you were good at this time, but for right now, you're not serving me what I need you to serve me, and peacefully ending those relationships or those situations. Learning to properly communicate to people that, yes, you're my buddy, but for right now, I am not feeling the bud anymore. The bud is not budding. Just let them know this has come to an end. I wish you no wrong, I wish you no bad, but I have to move on out of this to be able to transit into my next big thing. If that makes sense. Don't be okay, you're not doing this for me, I'm leaving. You want to leave your job, you're not turning in your 2 weeks notice or your 1 week notice. You're not telling them, okay, we are done, we were doing employee and employer something, but right now I think I want to do something better. And just communicate. Don't just walk out on people and just feel is right, because the truth is you've not really freed yourself. I don't really know how to explain on that, but you've not really freed yourself from that stuff. You're just trying to shut it out rather than actually addressing it and letting them know, okay, this is it. It's weird to see, like, in our generation, when you say, oh, you're talking to your ex-friend, or you see somebody and be like, oh, we used to be friends but we're no longer friends right now, and it's more like it's a bad blood because we were friends before, we can't talk. That is whack. Because we are no longer as close as we used to don't mean we are now enemies. No, you can still be friends with friends that you've had, but you're not just close. They are not just intimate as they used to be. You don't share things that you used to share with them anymore, because they will not contribute to your life the way you would want them to, and that is all right. But learn to communicate, learn to, and everybody's just being petty, matching energy and everything, and I feel that's why everybody's really miserable, like matching energy. You don't really clean dirt with dirt, even though they've done you dirt in the past, even though they've done you wrong. But just learn to properly communicate. Okay, we have done this, yes, but right now I need to leave this, and quietly leave, but still have that love for them. Don't always be like, because you're no longer my friend, or because we are not as close as we used to be, now you're my enemies. Now an ex-friend is not an enemy, it's just somebody that has served their season and right now is on to the big thing. So that is really what I wanted to share with you guys today. I actually thought I think it's 2 but it's 3 or whatever, but that is really what I wanted to share with us today. I hope you did enjoy today's video, and if you did, thank god you did. But anyways, until next time, my love, I'm out here. Bye.